because I'm so happy I didn't get scammed. Check this out.
They texted me, and you can see that started the conversation. Do you do roof replacement? And me being a new handyman, I don't do roofs, I don't do electrical, I don't do plumbing, and I don't dig. So I told him more or less property maintenance. The way I like doing things is my personal price is $25 an hour. That's because I'm just starting out. That will go up as I get my customer base and reputation built up. An average handyman makes $75 an hour across the nation. But, this is my first job, and this guy gives me the address. He wants me to paint his house. And like I told him before, I can't tell him how much it's going to cost because this is the first time I've ever done it. That could be the first red flag. This is the house.
Had somebody want me to give them a quote on painting their house. I haven't really done much house painting before, so it'll be interesting to see where it ends up. It's a 2,050 some square foot house. Looks like it got a garage on it as well. I can just estimate for paint, and then I just tell them I charge an hourly rate for any kind of scraping or anything. The 4-bedroom, 1-bath house. A lot of it's gonna need scraped. How long it's gonna take really isn't no way to tell. Okay, and I told him it was, of course, how big the house was and how much he would need in the paint. Doing an estimate on a 2,100 square foot house, approximately 5 gallons per coat. Also looking online on it, they say that the average cost to do a house that size would be between $4,000 and $10,000. The reason I couldn't give him a quote is because I don't know how long it's going to take me. I've never painted a house. I do have the paint machine and all that. But since I wasn't quite sure, I'm thinking it shouldn't be over $5,000. And that would be scraping off any loose paint and caulking any cracks or holes and in the stucco and around the siding and all that. And then doing the paint over the top of it. It didn't need primer because the paint condition was pretty good. Now, the way I like to do it is pay me some in advance, and then I work and buy supplies up to the amount they paid me, and then I stop until I get the next payment. You can see here it says I'm looking to proceed with it, and that's after I told them it could be up to $5,000, and they said they want perfect work done. How much do you require on deposit? And I pretty much already told him this is my first job, and he's telling me he wants it perfect. So I told him, I said, if you want perfect work done, you might go with a professional that does painting for a living. I can offer to do the best of my abilities, which includes scraping off old paint and caulking holes and cracks there may be. Like I was saying before, this would be my first whole house paint job. I told him it could take me up to a month to finish. And I told him, hey, you pay the first $1,000 and I will start working on it, which means I'll start scraping and I'll start prepping the house and getting it ready for the paint. I wanted to make sure that he knew it didn't include the garage. And he said, that's perfect. I'm looking to make a deposit. I'll send you a check to deposit. What is the name you want on the check? I asked him, I said, what color do you want for the second one? This is another red flag because what color would you suggest as a painter? Because I've told him I'm not a painter. I told him I'm a handyman. Another thing he says, I wish I could be on site to inspect with you, but I'm currently not. And due to my wife's health, some issues. Anytime a person is willing to give you some money on a job or to buy something or anything like that from you, make sure that they do this in person. One of my main rules for selling something to somebody is doing it in person or, having verification that they received what I was selling or what I was doing. He also asked me for a favor Nobody ever wants to just add an extra fee. So I told him, I said, hey, you could pay me the full $5,000 if you wanted, and when the job's done, I can refund what wasn't accounted for. This here is telling me that he may not even own the house. He'd send me a check for $4,200, and then once it clears in my possession, you'll deduct the sum $1,500 for the deposit and extra $200 tip for your time and hints. You will have the rest of the money sent to my land issuer via this bank balance, the cost, and you will be able to proceed them. Let me know. Now, this has to be done in person, especially now I feel it's a scam. It has to be a person meet at the property with the signed contract, listing colors, pay schedule. In return, we'll list the costs associated with all the different processes and final due date. I'm sorry, this being my first big job, I don't want to mess this up. And if it were a scam and went and worked on the wrong house or painted it the wrong colors or even did the work and the check be fraudulent, it would put me out of business before I even start. So for all you new people wanting to start a business or being some kind of handyman or anything like that, just remember these people are out to get us. It don't matter. And the government is more worried about what the name of the fucking Gulf of Mexico is. If I was president, I'd be worrying about the people that's scamming the people of America, you know. We would be working on that. That would be one of my main things because these scammers are driving me nuts. Imagine if I went to that house and I started scraping it. And since it's a house that is actually for sale, the homeowner may not even notice me until I was done with the freaking house. And do you really think that they are going to just live with it when you came in and you didn't confirm the house or have any kind of written contract or anything? All you have is text messages from some random dude that messaged me out of the blue when, by the way, the only thing I got advertising that I'm going to be a handyman is a sign out in my front yard that says back in handyman. I haven't advertised this at all yet. And after things like this, I'm really concerned about if I even want to be a handyman. You know, I finally got monetized on my YouTube and my other platforms and stuff. So, you know, I'm making these videos, and the more followers, likes, and views, you can even send stars and things like that to let me know I am doing a good job. You know, give me a thumbs up on the video if you think that it was a helpful video for somebody. Because remember, anytime somebody wants to pay you money while not being there, that's a red flag. If they ever want to give you a bonus for not being there, that is the biggest red flag of all. Nobody wants to just give you extra money for taking their money. Since that turned out to be a scam, what I am going to do is I'm going to show you what it would cost me to hire me to fix my son's room. And how long it will take me, which, remind you, I live here and I have a 6-year-old kid that likes to tell me everything about what he's doing on his video game. I have a 17-year-old kid that likes to tell me everything about not only his game, but the games millions of other people have. I don't want to make the house too messy, don't want to make it too dirty, but will you please share, like, comment, give me a thumbs up, follow me if you want to see, like, my handyman business get off the ground, or if you don't want me to ever have to actually work for another person and get ripped off somehow or some way. It's not fair, but hey, I look at it as this content that I make on here. There's a lot of people that get paid for their content, and you can get paid for content enough to where you can just go do crap for free. Well, I'd like to get paid from this content so I can fix up my house and my cars and my properties and have the money to fix up and do the things I want to do with my family and my house, my property, my vehicles. So please like and subscribe. I'm this close to pulling my boobies out and putting on a bra and doing some cartwheels down damn road. I don't care. I'm waiting to do the cartwheels down the road. I'm really good at cartwheels, and I will do it in a bra. So please like and follow. Please, 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 please.
please share this for somebody else so they don't get scammed.